Sponsored by Dunkin', motherfuckers.
One day.
I know. I've been emailing Essentia, trying to get them to sponsor us, but they haven't gotten back to me because they're stupid.
They will eventually.
I know.
You'll get big and they'll get back to you. Yeah.
I know it.
No doubts.
Banana. You know what fucking podcast this is. I am Chris Atertua, your host with the most, who looks like a ghost. And my next guest is someone I never really expected to run into again, if I'm being quite honest. But we were on Instagram. I was just like, fuck it. I was feeling spontaneous. I reached out. Yo, do you want to get coffee? And the rest was history. This person goes back all the way to not Valencia, not UCF, not Gateway, not Neptune, the OG Parton Settlement Elementary School days. I would like to welcome my next guest, Ariana Satterlee.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
So, Ari, is this your first time being on like a podcast and all that?
Yeah, my first time on a podcast.
Okay, dope. So we're just gonna go off the cuff. But
Cool.
how are you? How you feeling?
You know, I'm okay right now. I think there's, a lot going on in life, but I think for the most part, I'm doing good and I'm handling it as best as possible.
I was really fucking nervous going into when we first met for coffee because I'm like, okay, I haven't seen this person in nearly 15 years. It's like re-meeting someone, basically.
Absolutely.
I feel like ever since like our initial coffee meet, things have just been like chilling. I feel like I saw you like last week. Hey, girl.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it's just super cool, and it feels like a crazy full circle moment. I know yesterday when we were discussing shit on FaceTime, I was like, did you ever imagine you would be on a podcast with fucking Chris Atertua in
Never.
2024?
No, I shouldn't do that. I'm like, never. No. I mean, no. But also, like you said, like we hadn't been in contact for so long. So I had absolutely no idea like what you were up to or like where life took you. So reconnecting was just really cool to see like everything that you've achieved and like all of your dreams are like in front of your face, and that's just, I love that for you so much.
I appreciate that, and to see like where you've gone, and you've talked to me about your journey and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think today I want to talk about more so specifically the journey of healing and self-discovery, as we've been through the ringer. We got lunch at 60 Vines recently, or relatively recently as of this recording.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about like we've been in a few relationships and healing journey and all that. And I wanted to start by asking, how has the healing process been for you in terms of, you don't have to say specifics of like their name or anything you're not feeling comfortable talking about, but how has your healing journey been so far?
It's been very up and down. I think that when people think of healing, they think of it as a destination, like I will be healed when I'm at this point. Whereas I've learned through time and experience that it's not a destination, it's going to be a journey. And it's not something that you'll ever truly get over. It's something that you just learn to live with.
Yeah, there's always that dull ache in the back of your heart that kind of, us girls are gonna cry. We're already getting deep. It's like 2 minutes in, but it's one step forward, 3 steps back. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Sometimes 2 steps forward and 1 step back, or maybe it's a full step forward, no steps back. And that's just life, and it's something I didn't really, at least speaking from my journey personally with healing, it was a lot of forgiveness in myself, in my previous relationship, and my mistakes and my past fuck ups taught me the responsibility of being a good partner, and not just that, but just being like a good like man, like the responsibilities of being a man. And so, what are some like key lessons or takeaways that you took from your past experiences?
Honestly, just what I'm willing to deal with and what I'm not. What I really truly am looking for in a partner and like for my life, and what my non-negotiables are. I think that both of us, we were in relationships, with people when we were very young. And when you're very young and you get into a relationship, what you're looking for is very like standard and plain Jane, like, oh, is he cute? And like,
Yeah, it's
does
like
he have a
very
job?
surface level.
Right. Whereas like now we're hitting our mid-20s and it's more
Bro, we're so old. Holy shit.
and what we're looking for is more like, okay, like communication, financial literacy, emotional intelligence, and those things.
Like maturity,
Maturity.
respect. Is this person growing? Is this person
Yes.
mature?
Growing and willing to grow.
Is this the person that I want to be the mother of my children, or the father of my children, or whoever?
Will they make a good partner?
Yeah.
One thing that I saw recently that I think is so real is you have to choose a partner and make sure that that partner will be able to get you through the death of your parents.
Damn.
So you have to make sure that you're by somebody's side that will be able to pick you up through those times and vice versa. And I feel like that is so real. Like, you don't think about all of the life experiences that you're going to have while you're in a relationship and going through life. But when you think about it that way, it's like, wow, like, you know, that just hits a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And something else that I saw recently is like, if someone were to tell you that you're exactly like your partner, would that make you proud?
Yeah. Something that I heard, I don't remember where. I think it was one of the podcasts I was recording here. And it's, are you settling, or are you like truly happy? And I think in today's society, a lot of people are like settling because we're like, I guess, programmed that we should be married by this certain time. We should have kids by this certain time. And I'm like, bro, it's not like that at all. Like, I am 24. I'm thriving. And speaking personally for my healing journey, I appreciate myself. And I don't mean that like an egotistical or narcissistic way, but I'm just content with the man I'm becoming and the lessons that I've learned from my past. And I think in my healing journey, it's been learning to appreciate that I'm not my past mistakes. And this is something relatively recent. I looked in the mirror and it was so weird. Like, I had like a full conversation with myself, and instead of saying, you're a fuck up, you're a piece of shit, you did all these awful things, I looked at myself and I was like, look at you. Like, I'm so proud of you. Like, and I got like emotional, like talking to myself, and I was speaking genuinely from the heart. Like, I'm so proud of you. I was like, fuck. So Ari, that was my my sort of self-discovery and all that. And I wanted to ask, were there any instances or changes in thought in your healing journey recently?
Yes. I think I'm definitely still going through it because I still have moments where I get very sad or angry about, you know, certain situations and maybe about certain things that could have definitely been different and avoided, if that makes sense. You know, and I think also me and my ex having a lot of mutual friends and, you know, being in very similar situations sometimes gets a little hard because you're going to be in situations where you're around them. And if things aren't, you know, resolved in the way that maybe would be conducive to your healing. But yeah, that's really tough to go through. So I think learning for me to self-soothe and accept the situation for what it is, as opposed to trying to make it into something that I wanted it to be and needed it to be maybe for my healing, is the biggest hurdle that I've had to jump over recently.
No, yeah, I completely hear you. And I wanted to also ask, what have been some ways you found peace or self-soothing that you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, so definitely my mom. My mom is my girl, like, for life.
Shout out to Miss Satterlee.
Yeah.
Miss Satterlee.
She's my girl for sure. She's my bestie. So my mom is number one, and my friends as well. Like,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
friends.
Shout out to the homies.
Friends, community support, even my job. My job has been so, what's the word?
Cathartic?
No. Sorry.
Look at me like I killed someone. No.
My job has been also a big one for self-soothing because I'm able to throw myself into work. And also starting to pick up the gym again. I fell off the wagon real hard. Yeah, I fell off the wagon real hard with the gym. And getting back into it and like, okay, like I love my body and I'm here and I'm, putting in the work. It's a form of therapy for sure.
Yeah, totally. Jumping into therapy has been the most pivotal like action I've taken because it's helping me understand my behaviors and my past experiences in life. And I just wanted to ask like your thoughts on the importance of mental health and taking care of your noodle.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's so important. I was a therapy kid growing up. I was in therapy for so long as a child, and I think it's so important even for people that maybe aren't going through a situation right now. Just understand, it helps you to understand yourself so much more and do a lot of introspection and figure out why you have maybe a certain attachment style or why you think a certain way in regards to a relationship. Why are you a fearful, avoidant person? Like, and that's so, what the fuck is the word? Like empirical, but not.
What's empirical mean?
I don't know.
Imperative.
I don't know. Imperative.
Yeah.
Okay. It's so.
And that's on imperative.
But it's so imperative in regards to your adulthood because if you don't truly understand yourself, how can you ever be in a successful relationship?
Girls, fucking bars. That's bars.
You really need to understand yourself and know within yourself what are your non-negotiables, what makes you happy, what you need as a person.
List them off.
In order to be happy, healthy, and thriving. And you'll only really truly know that stuff from somebody who's licensed to tell you about it. Because you can do the most introspection that you possibly can. And that goes back to being very self-aware.
Yeah.
You can be as self-aware as you want. But you haven't gone through the courses and the degree in order to truly know fundamental things about yourself that can really help you in relationships.
Yeah,
and friendships.
And speaking on friendships, I'm going to talk to everyone out there. Homies are great. Homies are awesome to vent and just talk about shit. I understand. I do it all the time. But your friends are not licensed therapists.
Oh my God.
So please, for the love of God, I know you have, even if you have like the best support system in terms of like your core friend group, still seek professional help. They will give you the proper like breakdown of why this affects your brain, the chemicals and shit if you're interested in that, and just really breaking it down at its core versus, oh, well, fuck them. Or, oh, dude, I'm so proud of you. Because they're coming from like a biased perspective of these are your friends. As much as I love my homies, please seek professional help.
Yeah, your boys are going through just as terrible situations as you are. They can be there and comfort you, but like you said, like, get help, please. Please.
See any good movies lately?
No, actually.
You haven't been to the movies?
The last one that I went to the movie theater for was that one that everyone got mad about with Blake Lively. It Ends With Us.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that in movie theater.
Was that the romantic movie?
No.
Oh, there was a rom-com that everyone was talking about. Huh?
It was that one because it was advertised as a rom-com and it's not.
Oh, what is it then? Spoilers. Anyway, back to the Banana podcast.
Let's go.
Are you comfortable just being alone?
I think it's something that I'm definitely learning to be more comfortable with as time goes on. I don't mind it right now, although it is something that kind of scares me for the future because, you know, like I had told you on the couch, I definitely do want to be a mommy. Like, I want to be a wife. I want to be a mommy. I want to, like, step into that role. And I feel like there's no job on this planet that I'm more meant for than being a mom. So, like, so for the future, it does kind of, you know, scare me, make me a little nervous. But as for right now, I feel like being alone and having that self-discovery is really something that's necessary for me at this point in time.
Right now, for me, just being comfortable with being myself, being authentically me, and still enjoying life is like what's going to be the most beneficial for my healing journey, at least.
Absolutely. And knowing that the person that comes along that's meant for you is going to accept you wholeheartedly, quirks and all, and be willing to work with you.
Now, don't chase, attract, because the right person will come.
Yeah. I think that, as we grow up, we adopt different characteristics within ourselves, and we tend to attract what we are as opposed to what we want. So I definitely feel like I have attracted friendships that are very similar to me, which I love, and I think is very beneficial for this point in time in my life.
Yeah.
It's definitely helping me heal and grow as a person, and in a way, holding a mirror. Making that shift into adulthood and going from being in high school and having like a million friends that kind of know you into your adulthood and having like 2 or 3 that are very close-knit and maybe know the ins and outs of like your personality and like know what you want and what you need before you do.
Yeah.
That's like a very normal process. And a lot of people tend to feel very alone through that. But I think for me personally, because one of my closest friends is also somebody that I was very good friends with in high school, that's been like very helpful for me.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think being really selective with your friends is important, and loving yourself and taking care of your noodle, but take care of your arm noodles, and just finding that golden balance between all 4 of the pillars I was talking about earlier of your mental health, physical health, your business, growing your business, and just having fun. Yeah. I think we're so conditioned to like follow this pattern in life, and no, shit happens all the time that fucking throws curveballs, and it's just don't think so hard. Like, you are more in control of your life than you think. So Ari, with everything we've talked about, with healing in a relationship, discovering yourself, and being selective with the homies and all that, do you have any last words of like encouragement to a girly that may be walking a similar journey as you, or just someone who could be struggling?
Yes. My word of encouragement to you would be to remember that people are experiences, not possessions. And being truly happy and content with yourself is going to be of utmost importance in your adult life and journey. And it will always get better eventually.
Awesome. Ari, I really appreciate that, like, we reconnected and shit. And
me too.
I know. That shit's dope as hell. Like, this feels like a fever dream. Anytime I have
low-key,
like someone from like fucking Parton Settlement of all places to like pop up back in my life is super cool. So, and I appreciate like the deep talks we get into.
I know.
Like, I'm like, damn.
Yeah, bro. I really, really, truly appreciate your friendship, and I think it's been super cool, like reconnecting and just seeing where you're at in life and everything that you've accomplished. It's like amazing, and I'm so proud of you. And
I'm so proud of you.
Don't talk to me like that. No, yeah, it's super cool, and I can't wait to see where you go with it. Like, this is so cool. Like, for you to have even accomplished all of this at like your age, like, people dream about this. Literally dream about this, and you're living it.
And I hope one day I can fucking curl 45s like you do. Stop flexing.
I'm literally not. Can't help it.
About that gym life. What do you know about that dancer life?
Life. I have to find my point shoes.
Right.
They're in a storage unit. I'll find them one day.
Do you have like a flowy dress?
I have a ton.
Well, God damn it. Okay. Anyway, off topic. But Ari, I appreciate you so much. And until next time, this has been another episode of Banana